Alright, so today we'll be looking at a Darkrai deck with Dragonire. So decided to build it, and actually this deck is without max elixirs, for example. I still prefer more the version with the max elixirs instead of just with the Dragonire. Simply, I feel how with the max elixir you're gonna have much more flexibility and much better consistency. However, I'm gonna start with one copy of Darkrai here, and that's just gonna be one energy attachment, Fighting Fury Belt attachment, then just after that I'm gonna play my N. And overall, this is gonna be it for that turn 1. On the other side, it's a Tauros GX with the Rage and the Mad Bull GX. Very good card for a deck like this. For example, I'm not playing Tauros in my build. Why? Just because in that case I also need something like a Ninja Boy, so it can be surprise and easy knockout against my, of course, opponent Pokemon in play. So that was Ultra Ball for another Tauros and one Professor Sycamore for 7. Discarding 2 copies of special charges in the early game is not something that you would like to see. So there's one Floatstone already on the Trubbish and Ultra Ball for my opponent. So it's going to be, oh, there's a Mewtwo and a Crushing Hammer. Alright, so that's going to be for Shaman, of course, and Shaman for extra setup, no doubt about it. So 5 more extra cards for my opponent. Since I see that he ran those Crushing Hammers, but he already was forced to discard 2 of them, that's really good for me. I really cannot complain against that, so I'm going to just attach energy, and I'm gonna go with my N. So there's 2 copies of Dragonires, as you can see right now, but unfortunately no sign of a Dratini. If there was Dratini, I could just put it down to the bench, and then I could just simply goes with my Dragonire, and turn after that use Escape Probe, attach energy, and simply goes with my Dragon's Wish. So that's going to be one Escape Probe for my opponent, of course. And he's going to put his Giratina in the active spot. And I'm probably going to face that Chaos Wheel for 100. The good thing about Chaos Wheel is that without Fighting Fury Belt, he's going to need like 3 turns to knock out my Darkrai, and that's just pretty damn good. There's another Ultra Ball, and right now I can smell Ultra Ball for the Garbodor. I really hope that maybe second Garbodor. Nope, it's not priced, it's in his deck, so there's another Garbodor, meaning that I can't set up my Shammies, not even my Hoopa. Sycamore for 7. Will there be a double Chorus energy, so he can start to apply pressure with the Chaos Wheel? Yeah, it's gonna be. So no stadiums and no special energy plays for me. So at least I can play another V Seeker for M. I can end my opponent. I don't like the fact that he have access to the Lysander in his discard pile, but overall this definitely looks very bad for me. So this is gonna be one Trainer's Mail for the Nest Ball, and with the Nest Ball I'm gonna put down to my bench one copy of Dratini, and right now I'm simply giving my opponent an opportunity basically to knocks out my Dratini on the bench if he have access to his V Seeker. If he don't have access to his V Seeker for the Lysander, well then I can simply play my Escape Probe, Sycamore for 7. Well, there's gonna be another Chaos Wheel, so that's right now pretty good. There we go, the top deck is just Professor Sycamore, so I'm gonna first play my Escape Probe. And after that, I'm gonna go with my Professor Sycamore for 7. There we go. So there's Giratina. There is a Dragonire and also a Trainer's Mail, maybe for another Nest Ball. Yep, there we go. So another Nest Ball for me means I can set up another basic Pokemon down to my bench, and of course it's going to be a Darkrai. One energy will go to that Darkrai, and I'm gonna go with my Dragon's Wish. And during my next turn, I can simply attach as many energies as I want and as I can to my Pokemons in play. I wish I could play that Shaming and set up for like a couple more cards in addition, but I simply can't. Unfortunately, I can't even set up my Fighting Fury belt just because he's probably gonna just retreat down to Giratina and use the Chaos Wheel. I would be surprised not to see doing that. But if he actually decides not to go with Giratina, then I have very good chance in this game. Alright, Ninja Boy discarded. And there we go, it's gonna be a Chaos Wheel for the knockout. So the first knockout for my opponent. This actually is going to limit my opportunity to output the damage that I can done with my Darkrai to his Giratina, unfortunately. But still, I don't need to worry too much because it really depends how many energies I'm gonna be able to find right now with my Sycamore for 7, and I see plenty of them. So I see plenty of them. Definitely gonna start to attach them. So there's also Professor's Leather. I can grab 2 more of them. And you can guess what, of course I'm gonna grab 2 more of them. I'm gonna play Ultra Ball, which is gonna be for Dratini and 1 double Dragon Energy, so I can get myself another Giratina actually in play. So there we go, a couple more energies to be attached. Is it worth the risk, because he probably have access to Lysander right now, but let's just attach also 1 more Darkness Energy to the Darkrai. So 120. Not the highest damage that I can done, but still 120 seems like a tons of damage, and I really cannot complain. There's another double Dragon Energy attached to my opponent in Giratina, and this is going to be a VS Seeker, so it might be for Ninja Boy and Ninja Boy into another Tauros. Nope, it's going to be for the Lysander as expected. For the knockout against my Darkrai, oh, actually against my Giratina, so that's interesting. That's interesting. 110 damage goes down to my Giratina, so this is gonna be a Seeker for something like... How many DCs he played? Not too much. Well, let's just go with the N. Let's just go with the N for now. Maybe I can drop that very important card, which is a Escape Rope, but looks like I can't, so at least I can attach another energy and pass my turn. Of course, he's gonna be able to knock out my Giratina right now. If he wants in turn after that, he can simply knock out my Darkrai. But for now, I have plenty of options to do. Next turn with my Darkrai, I can simply go for the one-hit knockout against his Giratina. Now there's a Lysander, so it's going to be for another Giratina. Alright, so he's just trying to spread as many damage as he can around the board. So my top deck is Trainer's Mail, which is going to be for a Ultra Ball. That still really doesn't matter too much. I can get something like energy retrieval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can go for the knockout. I can definitely go for the knockout with my Darkrai here, with my Dark Pulse, striking for 100 and knocking out his Giratina, leaving him with just only 1 attacker for 100 and 2 Tauroses. On the other side, next turn I can definitely try to snipe his Shaming for 2 more prize cards, and then after that I'm gonna need just 1 more knockout. So, will he just decide to leave the Mad Bull in play? Probably, because I know that he's gonna try... Oh, there we go with the N. I mean, he can simply knock out one of my Giratinas after I decide to attach my... Oh, damn. That was very nice, Crushing Hammer. So right now I can't go for the knockout. There's another Chaos Wheel for 110. And I think right now might be good time to take desperate measures and to force him to promote his Tauros, for example, in the active spot. Of course, I'm not gonna be crazy, I'm not gonna attack him, just because if I do that, he can simply one-hit knocks out my Darkrai with his Mad Bull GX, but he can still play that escape rope, which means that I can lose my Darkrai. But let's just take the risk and pass the turn, which means that next turn I can simply attach my Double Dragon Energy from my hand. Well, there's a Team Flare Grunt. There's a Team Flare Grunt, and that's going to be Horn Attack for 60, so yeah. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Which means that I simply need to do something. I can play my Skyfield right now. I can play Hex Maniac just because I can't obtain a little bit more cards on my hand, and I can simply go for only 100. Only 100 damage in this situation. Next turn, in theory, I can max out his Tauros with my Darkrai, if I can, of course, find energy as the top deck. So there we go with the Rage. Rage is going to be more than enough for the knockup, so time for my Darkrai. Time to take maybe a top deck, which is a Darkness Energy, so I have basically enough for the knockout against that Tauros, so I'm gonna take 2 more prize cards, and still I need to knock out that Shaman. Unfortunately against Giratina it's not gonna be easy, that's for sure, but at least I can add him down to only 1 card next turn, but still I'm not gonna be able to do anything without a Lysander. So Lysander in this case can only help me maybe to win this game, so I need to be a Seeker. Nope, I didn't get one. Will I still draw a VA Seeker? No. Which means that I can simply promote one of my Giratinas in the active spot. My turn is gonna be a VA Seeker for the top deck. Alright, so still there's a tiny chance that I might be able to do something here, especially if my opponent will not have opportunity to switch or retreat his Shaman. However, there's a Flow Stone in his hand, so he can simply retreat down to the Giratina and use the Chaos Wheel. Unfortunately, I was not able to find a Pokemon Ranger, and simply against Chaos Wheel, there was no chance to win.